Anjali Pandey here to take you through all the latest news and updates from across the nation and around the world. And at the top of this hour, we bring you a very special and exclusive report by CNN News 18. Now, News 18 exposes the latest ploy of Pakistan. There's a new tool in Pakistan proxy war. Pakistan's narco nexus takes root. CNN News 18 and its special endeavor is trying to join the dots, get you a sense of how this nexus functions and how far and wide it has spread its tentacles. We bring you a three-part investigation to unravel this devious scheme. In part one, we bring to you the testimonies of those who were at the center of this web. Never before heard revelations will blow the lid of this entire strategy. CNN News 18's Anvit Srivastav and Akash Sharma expose this latest ploy in this report. Take a look.
India's war against terrorism in Jammu and Kashmir is intensifying. Crackdown on terror networks, their stooges arrested and their finances choked. But challenges remain, the latest one being that of narcotics trade. CNN News 18 is on a quest to reach the source from where this poison of narcotics is being infused in Jammu and Kashmir. Our investigation took us to Kupwara, a district that borders Pakistan. After spending a few days here, what came our way was implausible. We managed to establish link with an active network of the overground workers. After much persuasion, one of them agreed to spill the beans. For the first time on national television, a man actively involved in the illicit drug trade laid bare the intricacies.
ये एक तंगडार की बात नहीं है, ये पूरे जम्मू कश्मीर सब की बात है। पौंछ, लजौरी, डोडा, किश्तवाड़, जगह जगह की बात है सर। ये जब इधर से गए, ये पाकिस्तान विजिट पे गए, उनके फ़ोन नंबर वगैरह ये वो लटम पटम ने ला के रखा अपना सब कुछ। अब इनका तालमेल इधर से हो रहा है। अब उधर से वो आपने डायरेक्शन दिखाते हैं कि फलानी जगह, वो जो लोग यहाँ से गए हुए हैं उन लोगों को हर जगह का पता है, हर जंगल का पता है, हर बॉर्डर का पता है, किस बॉर्डर में किस जगह में हमें क्या करना है। फिर वो लाते हैं वहाँ पे, वहाँ लाकर फिर भेजते हैं इनको, ये लाते हैं सीधा इधर। जब इधर पहुँच गया तो फिर आगे खुल हो जाती है। फिर आगे जब नाके पे कोई पकड़ा गया, नहीं पकड़ा गया तो गया। उधर तो फेंसिंग है ही नहीं है सर, उस पार फेंसिंग नहीं है, फेंसिंग इसी पार है। उस साइड जो गाँव हैं ये उन गाँवों में पहले आती है, फिर उन गाँवों से फिर शिफ्ट होती है, समझो फेंसिंग से इस साइड। जब इस साइड से फिक्स होगी फिर चला गया काम आस्ता आस्ता, फिर इन्होंने बिक्री करना स्टार्ट करते हैं। गरीब जो होगा लालच में आ जाएगा, गरीब जो होगा जिसको घर में खाने के लिए नहीं होगा। आज ऐसे लोग भी हैं जिनको घर में खाने के लिए भी नहीं है सर। जब कोई गरीब होगा बोलेगा इसने मकान बना लिया, इसने बिल्डिंग बना ली, इसने गाड़ी ले ली, इसने ज़मीन ले ली फलानी जगह में। अब अगर मेरा भी रुपया 10-20 हज़ार 50 हज़ार मुझे मिल जाएगा, मेरे बच्चे भी खाना खाएंगे। बच्चों के लिए तो हर एक कुर्बानी देता है। ग्रेनेड आते हैं, हथियार आते हैं, वो पता नहीं क्या बोलते हैं, AK-47 पता नहीं क्या बोलते हैं, वो आती हैं, मैगजीनें आती हैं, गोलियाँ आती हैं, बारूद आते हैं, तो ये बिक्री करते हैं। उसके फ़ायदे में इनको मिल जाते हैं हथियार वो आगे एजेंसी पहुँचाते हैं, आगे आपने ठिकाने पे जहाँ उनको बोला होता है। ये पूरी जम्मू कश्मीर की पूरी बॉर्डर से आता है सर।
Our inquisition took us to our next stop, Poonch. We established contact with an insider who gave us insight into the operational details of the narco terror network. After agreeing to meet us at a remote location and on condition of anonymity, this insider corroborated the claims made by the overground worker.
आप टेररिज्म और ड्रग्स को अलग नहीं कर सकते। पहले जब यहाँ टेररिज्म आया, फिर उसके साथ ड्रग आया। उससे पहले ड्रग का कोई नाम नहीं था, और वो जो ड्रग अब आया है वो अब हमारी नस्लों की जड़ों में चला गया है। अब वो पूरी सोसाइटी को ख़राब कर रहा है। जब लोग ड्रग में पड़ जाते हैं तो फिर वो टेररिज्म में भी सॉफ्ट टारगेट बन जाते हैं। ड्रग जितना है ये क्रॉस बॉर्डर हो रहा है, हमारे बॉर्डर से आ रहा है, हमारा पड़ोसी मुल्क भेज रहा है, और मिलिटेंसी जो है वो भी वही भेज रहा है, तो पीछे से भी ये जुड़ा है। तो ये तो है ना कि फिर वो उसी रास्ते से आ रहा है, बॉर्डर के सटे इलाकों से लोगों का हो सकता है आपस में वो लिंक तो है ना।
We are in Kupwara right now, one of the last districts in Kashmir to touch the LOC. Also one of the districts famous for its notoriety in narco-terrorism. But what is this narco-terrorism chain that we keep talking about? What the officers believe that people and those who live in the bordering areas, they get access to drugs and narcotics flung across the border into Pakistan. That is picked up by the OGWs, the overground workers, and that is further sold to get money. And this drugs goes on to people and youth living in Kashmir and Jammu. And when that money that is collected, that makes its way back into Pakistan in the Indian currency, that is when the chain of narco-terrorism is completed.
And CNN News 18's Anvit is joining us on this story. He also carried out this extensive investigation. Anvit, help us understand what exactly is narco-terrorism and how startling were the figures when you were carrying out this investigation?
See, when we started meeting people, and there were a number of people we met, not just the officers in the law enforcement, in the narcotics department, local police, people from the SIA State Investigation Unit, and other people who are working towards rehabilitation of the victims. We found that the number of people, the number of victims who are into drugs, and those who are seeking medical treatment because of prolonged drugs, they have been rising constantly. Also, if we talk about the problem actually, if we talk in the figures have continuously risen, in the past 5 years. And if we talk predominantly, heroin is the thing that has been used by, the drug that is being used widely in Kashmir. And this is a new trend. This has been seen over the past 5 years, that infusion of heroin has increased multifolds. Also, if you talk about the figures from the government, of the state government, in 2017, the heroin seizure was only 1.4 kgs. However, that rose to 87 kgs in 2021, and then 56 kgs in 2022. Subsequently, the number of arrests, people who are indulging in smuggling or storage or supply of drugs, not just in Kashmir but also in nearby states from the bordering areas, that too has gone multifolds. While in 2017 only 410 persons had been arrested, that number has gone to 1734 in 2022. So just 5 years, there's a multifold jump in the number of people arrested. And in 2023, only till October, already 1705 people had been arrested. So the police, when we talked to senior officials, they said that they have been doing crackdowns regularly. But the thing is that the influx of heroin has increased to a level that when we spoke to locals and when we spoke to rehabilitators and people from society, they said that the problem is availability. The major problem is availability, because it is available to people as young as 13 and 17 years. We have met victims who were minor, we have met victims who were older than 40 years, and there's a wide range of people, wide range of victims who have been affected by this recent influx of heroin that we have seen as a trend in Jammu and Kashmir.
All right, Anvit, please stay with us. We also have CNN News 18's Akash Sharma, who was also a part of this investigation, joining us. Akash, what are the routes taken by these narco carriers in Jammu and Kashmir?
Right, so you see, Anjali, there are multiple routes, and as far as this investigation is concerned, so we spent weeks together in Jammu and Kashmir, areas like Rajouri, Poonch, Doda, and in fact, Kathua area. In fact, we visited several areas, we had a word with several officers, in fact, the insiders. And as Anvit was pointing out, this is one problem that is becoming a major challenge for security agencies. In fact, we know that how in the past few months, several incidents have happened, several terror incidents have happened in the areas like Rajouri, Poonch, and in fact Kathua. Just 2 days back, we saw incident where, an ambush was carried out on a convoy of Indian Army. We know that how these terrorists are very much active in these areas, and security agencies and in fact the officers are indicating that drugs are playing, in fact the narcotics is playing a major role in these challenges. Because you see, when we talk about, recovery, so till now, recoveries used to be arms, ammunitions and cash. But now in the past few years, a few months, specifically after 2021, we have seen that how, these army officers and in fact Jammu Kashmir police is recovering narcotics and, in huge quantity. This is what in fact was witnessed by us on ground, because when we had a word with, several people, in fact the insiders, so they say that this is one common approach that is being opted by the groups, terror groups that are active across the border. And in fact, when it is about routes, so we know that how in Rajouri and Poonch there are several routes from where infiltration and in fact the attempts are happening. And these are the same routes from where these groups are trying to infiltrate, in fact trying to send narcotics in India.
All right, Akash, please stay with us. Anvit also continues to stay with us. Anvit, what are the challenges that the agencies are now facing as far as this narco-terrorism is concerned?
See, there are multiple agencies that are working on ground, not just the narcotics department, but also the state police, the local police, state intelligence unit is doing their job, and they are multi-folds. You know, national agencies are also there, intelligence as well as agencies like IB, and they are also active in the state, following the long, conflict that has been going on. While drug influx is a new trend that we have witnessed, the challenges remain. Obviously, the terrain remains a challenge in the bordering area, like Akash was saying that. Indian Army is also involved, and in the forward areas, the major challenge when these drugs inflow is busted in the bordering area. So the terrain remains a major challenge, but it is not just that these are being combated at the terrain. You know, when it comes inside the mainland, the problem remains that people who are involved in this majorly on the bordering areas, they are financially very weak, and this is one factor that the people who are handling these overground workers in the bordering areas, they manage to lure them because of their financial status, and they are given money. What the trend that we've noticed is that, and we will also further show in our coverage, that we've spoken to senior officials as to the level of DG, and then there is also an insider that we have spoken to. We just played it on TV. They are saying that people who are involved on the border side, on either sides, they are being roped in by these handlers of terror outfits, or people who are wanting to send into drugs, and not just drugs but also grenades and weapons that come along. So the after the government of India suspended and did a heavy crackdown on hawala routes and hawala transactions, post that a trend has emerged that drugs are being used to fund terror activities. These predominantly these
All right,
are heroin.
Anvit, please stay with us. We're now being joined by former DGP of Jammu and Kashmir, SP Vaid. Sir, a very good morning to you. So CNN News 18 has carried out an investigation in Jammu and Kashmir in which we found that narcotics is a new tool that is being used by Pakistan in the proxy war, and the narco-terrorism is also on the rise in Jammu and Kashmir. Your reaction on this?
See, my experience tells me that the deep state of Pakistan is is running biggest drug cartel in the world, and that is how it finances the terrorism. That is how the term narco-terrorism. And I have been watching it for many years, last 30 years. Earlier, it used to be every infiltrating group would come with few packets of heroin, with some fake currency, along with weapons and other ammunition. Then they started using the trade, the international trade. I was DIG range Baramulla. We detected, when I was DGP, we detected in Baramulla a consignment of 70 packets of heroin, which was seized. So look at the way they were using it. And now that since the trade is stopped, they are using drones to drop the consignments of drugs, and along with weapons and ammunition deep inside the border territory. Earlier, they were using the sources on both sides of the border. Now technology is also being used. The drones are being used. So the deep state of Pakistan is out there to destroy. Their only aim is destroy India, destroy the youth of India. That's why you saw that trend in Punjab, and now a lot of young boys are taking to drugs in Jammu Kashmir, also on the pattern of Pakistan. You saw Urta Punjab movie. The Pakistan's out and out aim is to destroy the future generation of India and finance the terror, and that's what they're doing.
So, sir, what steps can be taken to curb this narco-terrorism in Jammu and Kashmir?
Heavy crackdown on people, though on our side, who are working and assisting Pakistan and the terrorists in picking up and identifying these consignments. You see, Pakistan may drop through drones, but there are people inside us who are actually identifying these consignments and picking them up for the terrorists and picking them for the drug peddlers. So I think heavy crackdown by police and people must assist the police. Every place police cannot be present because use of drone technology to drop deep inside the territory. It is not that you keep a vigil only on the border. You don't know 10 kilometers inside the border drone can come and drop. And how do you identify the place in deep inside jungle or deep inside remote territory? So I think people and the police and government must work in tandem.
Right. Mr. S.P. Ved, thank you so much for speaking to CNN News 18. And Anvita and Akash continue to stay with us. Akash, coming to you, in the report we heard a Kashmiri person saying that narcotics and terrorism can't be separated, and as long as narcotics exist, there will be terrorism in Jammu and Kashmir.
Right. So you see, whenever we talk about terrorism, so 2-3 things are essential for this activity. One is cash flow, second is arms and ammunition. But nowadays, as Anvis was pointing out, after crackdown on Hawala routes, these groups are, in fact, were struggling with the kind of cash that they need to carry out these activities. And this is when, narcotics, played an important role. We know that how, drones are being used. We know that how they are taking advantage of the tough terrain, the rough terrain, in fact, in the areas. And we know that how they are taking advantage of, several messengers where you have, encrypted communication, where no security agency, no agency, without help of any, cyber firm or without help of these app builders can, crack onto that particular chat or can crack to that particular conversation. So these groups are taking advantage of these, apps, these technologies. Now, when we talk about activities, so after 2021, we saw that how, in fact, a memorandum of understanding, in fact, the DGMO level understanding happened between India and Pakistan. When we saw that, a ceasefire understanding happened, and after that, we did not see any sort of ceasefire violation. This is when, these RR forces, came into the picture, because when we talk about RR forces, so these forces have a mandate to deal with insurgencies and, terrorism. But the, fact that was, witnessed on ground, in fact, the things that were witnessed on ground was that these groups are now dealing with the kind of